Harburg with the Associated Press. Good to see you again.
All right.
How do you, or what do you take away from today's game? Because you obviously play this team again in a week or so as the first game in the Olympics. So how much did you take away and how much did you sort of gamesmanship, not throw everything out there knowing you're going to see them again in a week, and obviously film something you probably don't want them having on everything you might run?
Yeah, that's a tough paradox, dualism, if you will, trying to strike that balance in concealing, competing against the best in the world, who you gave a scare 2 years ago to qualify. They wasn't coming out, after, having 2 tough bouts. They weren't going to come out with anything less than what you saw. And we knew as much. So it's a great, great training tool for us and a reference on how to go forward. And we needed that. We needed that really bad. Of course, not quite that bad, but we needed it.
Yeah, so from now on, how do you prepare for the Olympic?
Well, we watched this film. We watched the film, and it's going to give us all the information we need to construct a plan, to really develop a targeted skill development plan for each of the players that will fit into the context of what we want to do as a team and the personality that we have as a team. This is probably the best that it gets. I mean, you know how expensive it would be to try to find that kind of help to help you get better. Yeah, we got it for the price of whatever we lost by. I'll take that. I've been through this maybe twice in Japan and came back and scared them when I coached the Taiwanese team. And then Turkey, they beat us by 40 when we went to Turkey, and we won by 7. And that's how we were able to qualify or go to the quarterfinals with this leadership and how she played. So this is just good, really, really good data, if you will, that we can collect.
And I'd like to ask for both of you, you will play against Japan in Olympic. What do you think of them? And who do you think is a key player on that team?
I think, we know we have a tough schedule ahead of us. And I think in this moment, we're focusing on finding our team's identity and structuring what we have and our strengths. So going into the Japan game, I know it's going to be tough. I know they're going to be running up and down. So we're just going to focus on key things like that and just keep it about our strengths and what we do well. And that's what we're going to emphasize going into that game.
Yeah, key players. I know Japan well. When I was in Taiwan, I've seen them quite a few times. So the big girl, the older point guard, the younger, really, really quick point guards, they play in the end really fast. And they play team defense really well. And they shoot the cover off the basketball. And they're home. And I'm not trying to make you laugh, but it might be funny. When you go to competitions like this, you look left, you look right, in search of the team that you might can beat. And when you can't find it, it's you. So I don't think there's an easy game with anyone. So that's why we're not going to really pay attention as much to how good someone is or not, because we know they're good. That's a given by definition. We have to pay more attention to ourselves.
Hi, it's Michelle Vopel of ESPN.com. I wonder if you both could answer this. What did you like best about what you guys did today?
I thought we did a lot of good things as a team. I thought our defense, Nigeria basketball is known for tough defense. We get under people, we make them turn the ball over. And I think we did that pretty well. We pushed in transition. We had some great ball movement. We learned a lot of things offensively, but I think our defense is the heart of this team. And I think we did that really well.
Yeah. One of the things that we want to get better at, we turn you over, but we're not converting. And we're not sprinting the middle. There's a couple of things we can fix. But you can look at the second half, we pulled off. We didn't press anymore. Really. We just went to half court defense. And when you do that, you know, you can't really match up with a group like that in the half court, grinding it out. They'll give you one shot, they'll pitch it ahead and they're gone. And that's what you saw. And once you get out like that, shots get easier to shoot, passes get easier to make, going one-on-one and or, you know, making a play gets easier to do. But early on, it wasn't easy for them. That's when you get big people like that, high-low. Okay, that's your comfort. Now it insulates everybody from worrying, and then they get going. But if you look at how they played us in the past, it was never that easy. Okay, it got easy there because they came out serious this time.
And Coach, do you know yet in terms of when you guys have to have your final roster in? Is that today that you have to have that in?
Well, you get it up until what, the day before you play or whenever the technical meeting occurs. We won't wait that long. We'll probably do it tonight. Have it out in the morning.
Coach, obviously lots been made about the Aguma K's and them trying to play with you. Is there any further information if they're going to appeal's been approved? I mean, would be obviously a huge addition if Chene and Nneka, and then obviously Elizabeth also would be able to be on the Nigerian roster.
Yeah, I wish I could answer those questions. I really don't know the answer to those questions because I try to stay locked into the girls we have and that are eligible, and we're hoping and praying that that changes. If it doesn't, then, you know, I'm just as happy with who God gives us, and it'd be a welcome addition. And, but, you know, those girls in that locker room, man, they're excited about the opportunity, and we can add to it. Great. If we can't, great. I think it's unfortunate, you know, that it's coming out the way it is. I really feel like citing, you know, certain rules, you know, the spirit of that rule is not to naturalize a Martian to come play on Earth. That's the spirit of that rule. Parents, the grandparents are both born there. Why would you not certify them? And Nneka is never played in the Olympics. Of course, US, they make their decision, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with the choices you make. But now don't deny this young lady the opportunity to play for a country that she heirs from. If you look at this, every country on this earth, there's an African just about on it. Why would you not let these children return to their own home? I just don't understand that. You know, I'm probably not the political guy, so you probably pushed the right button. That's what you wanted to do, and you did. And I appreciate you.
Hi, Amna Sabon, Southern California News Group. With the Ngumkes on the bench there, with the status unclear, but what did they provide on the bench? I saw, you know, Nneka talking to a couple players in the huddles and things of that sort.
I'm gonna let the player tell you.
Yeah, so as soon as Nneka and Chene arrived to the team, they've been nothing but giving. So their energy, their wisdom, it brings a lot to our team. Just them, the presence and what they've accomplished overall in their career. We have a high respect for both of them. And so when they came to the team, they understood, you know, the situation at hand, but they have been nothing but giving. And I know this is way off task, but even today, Chene had to give me her sports bra in the locker room because I left mine. And so it's like, they're there to just help in any way possible. And it's just selfless. So, yeah.
Yeah, see, we got to stop trying to, we beat Serbia, we beat Greece in the 2018 Olympics. And those are the two people that are the gatekeepers for the eligibility. You know, Australia doesn't have Liz Cambage. Well, there's people are jockeying for the possibility of a medal. And they didn't ever anticipate us to be in that position. So there's some things going on that nobody sees and nobody's talking about. And it still gets in the way of the integrity, but it's gonna, right will stay ahead of you and it's gonna catch up with whoever's doing that. That's just dead wrong, not to entertain it or to hold it hostage because you apply the rules of how to appeal. So now they're even more angry. I just hope there's no retribution for doing what you laid out that you should do in the process. Come on now. I know FIBA's better than that. I've been part of them a long time. It's a great organization. They better than that. They shouldn't do this. And then cite a statute that's so obscure.
One more from the room, and then we'll take two from the Zoom room.
What does substantial involvement mean anyway?
I was wondering how much you guys think it would mean to both to Nigeria and to FIBA Africa to have a medal. I mean, like you said, that this is something that FIBA says that it wants to grow the game. And there's a specific statute that they have that says, adding a player for this specific reason or players is part of the growth of the game. How much would it mean, you think, both to your nation and also to FIBA Africa to have a team medal, or even be in position to do that?
Look at what the Dream Team did worldwide. Look what Vince Carter did in Canada. And see what that Spanish team, that's the fruit. Man, there's a little girl probably walking around in a village somewhere in a small township in Nigeria or anywhere you can think of in Africa, that this might be her inspiration to walk with a voice, to get up when things get hard, to really persevere. And you want to take that opportunity? You say you want to grow the game. I'll believe you by more what you do than what you say. Do it. Here's an opportunity. Olajuwon played for the Dream Team. There was no money spent. Just allow these girls the opportunity to help grow the game. That continent will just be turned on its head for basketball in a good way. You have no idea how many lives would just be impacted and changed for the ages. I'm not so sure that that's really what they want to do.
We'll take two questions from the Zoom room, and we'll start with Jackie Powell.
Hi, thanks for being here with us tonight. So I'm curious from whoever wants to answer, what do you both make of how your program has developed over the years? And if you could briefly explain how you think you all have gotten to where you are.
It's no news that I've been on the team for 5 years now. And when I first started, we didn't have a lot of resources. We were going in playing, other African countries in Afro-basket tournaments, and it was tough and it was hard, and we had very little. And I think over the years, the growth has just been amazing. We've grown in almost every category. And to me, it's the bond with my sisters. Every year we get closer and closer, and it's this bond that has carried us and has made history for us. And we've, went beyond a lot of expectations for our team. And that chemistry is really what keeps us together and puts us on the map, to be honest. And so I'm just really proud of not only the coaching staff, but my sisters, because we've grown, and in Lame's terms, we got it out the mud. We got it out the mud. And I don't know if a lot of teams can really say that, but we started at the bottom. So to me, it's a lot bigger than basketball. I really am representing my country, and I take that to heart.
Yeah. If you had multiple choice to live out the statement that has been the paragon banner of FIBA of growing the game, this is an ideal opportunity to do so and fast track it. FIBA has a lot to do with why we where we are today. Why would you not continue that if you intentionally engineered it, or did it sneak up on you? Or whoa, wait a minute. No. What's really going on? Please answer those questions.
Right. And thank you both for that. To follow up quickly, I just want to bring up Elizabeth. You know, what has she brought to you all on and off the court?
Oh, Liz, I mean, it's her presence. Just by her being on the team, being in there, it really sucks and draws the defense towards her, which opens up our perimeter. So she commands and demands this type of presence that adds to our offense. So we're just happy to have her. And just like, you know, the others, her energy, her completely humble.
Wow.
She's our sister.
Yes.
She's our sister. So I'm really happy to have her on the team.
Elizabeth, Nneka, Michelle Obama, and you fill in their last names. I'm just telling you, these women are noble. Their humility, their leadership. Wow. I mean, it is infectious, and they don't require anything in return. They're just total givers.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't do anything else, they're providing an example of how to be a professional, how to conduct yourself as a professional at the very highest level among professionals. Because these girls know, so they know it when they see it. And it's been a seamless transition.
Thank you both. Really appreciate it.
We'll take our last question from Colin Udo.
Thank you, Coach. It's Colin Udo, ESPN Africa. And,
hey, Colin, and I meant to get back with you.
Yeah, I know. We'll still get to have that conversation. But for now, let's deal with the game first. So we've heard Coach Brown on the men's side talk about, from the get-go, about getting a medal at the Olympic Games. But we haven't heard that fighting talk from you. Maybe it's because you don't talk as much as he does. But what are your ambitions, going into these games?
Gold medal. Ain't no doubt about it. Gold medal. If you look at the pattern, whenever we have a tough outing like this, look at the next game. Let's look at the next game. We had a tough one in Serbia, and then we played USA in Serbia. We were up the whole game until less than 2 minutes. I think that's the only reason you go to the Olympics. We're not just trying to get there. We want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And people after this outing may not think it's realistic. Okay. I want you to feel that way. I hope USA feels that way. I hope Japan and France feels that way. Because we get excited about it competing against the best pool in the world. And if our girls are, blessed enough to come out and make it to the quarterfinals, then there'll be no more questions about, is this team for real? It has nothing to do with me. It's all about the players, these ladies, and all the effort they put in, and they've been dreaming about it ever since they picked up a basketball.
Yeah.
They've been through a lot of tough times, a lot of adversity to get to this point. I'm so excited for them. It's not a big deal. Doesn't impact me either way. I'm gonna love my 4 kids and go home to my beautiful wife so she can tell me what to do. and then just enjoy my family, no matter what happens. But if these kids can build their careers, their brand, and create memories that'll last for a lifetime, that they can share with their children, those they love, each other, their children play date, talking about these kind of things. There's very few people in the world that can do that. They earn the right to do it. I'm excited about it. And then to put a gold medal in there, or any medal, man. Hey, let's get it.
Very good.
Okay, my next question is going to go to both of you. Looking at the game today, and I think you mentioned it, there was great defense, you forced turnovers, and we also, I haven't seen the box score yet, but just off of the eye test, it looks like the shooting efficiency must have been somewhere around maybe 30%, because it was really low. So how do you look to fix that? You know, was it about the U.S. defense, or was just that your shooting was off today? And is that something you want to look at fixing?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you just got to go back to the lab, be honest about what's wrong, and come to a consensus as a group, a team, a coaching staff, and then come up with a strategy on how to get you from where you are to where you need to go. And before you can do that, man, you got to measure 10 times in honesty. Then you go cut once.